Hi, my name is Dennis Hayre. I've been training retrievers since 1991. I train retrievers for hunting, hunt test, and field trials. I totally love what I do and it's truly my passion. What I want to do here is tell you a little bit about what I'm all about and how the training program works for dogs that come in and stay at the kennel. Before I ever take any dog into the kennel, it's very important that I get some very specific information from the owners, like what's your goal with the dog. Not just, oh, I want a great hunting dog, but what kind of hunting do you do? Do you hunt ducks? Do you hunt pheasants? Do you hunt in big water? Do you hunt in shallow water? Do you hunt out of a boat? All this information is very important and I need to have this before I actually start the training process. If it's a hunt test dog, what level do you want to take the dog to? If it's a field trial dog, what level do you want to take the dog to? Each dog that comes into the kennel for training has a unique training program developed for that individual dog. Some of the dogs have very similar programs, but depending on what the owner's goals are and what the dog has had, each program to some degree is going to be slightly different. And that's based on the information I get from the owners. And then what have the dogs had before they've come into training? Have they been swimming? Have they had birds? Have they heard gunfire? Have they done retrieving? Have they had lots of retrieving? Have they had a leash on? Do they know any obedience? Do they know no obedience? So all of this information is going to determine on how I set up and develop the program for each dog. So that's really important before I ever get started. And as far as the training methods goes, most retriever trainers use basically the same training methods, very similar training methods. What may be different is not everybody applies these methods in exactly the same way. So that's an important part of the process as well. And why you see different results and dogs doing different things, because really the methods are quite similar, but how those are applied can be quite different. What I'm all about and what's important to me is to get incredible results, to get great results, but also to the best of my ability to create a positive working attitude in the dog as well. That's very important to me and I think is a big part of the training process. The other thing that we may do a little bit different than other retriever trainers is I like to get the owners heavily involved in the training process. I think that's very important for the owners to learn how to handle their dogs, at least to a certain degree. And that depends on each individual of how deep they want to get into that. But before the dog goes home, it's very important that the owners are comfortable with handling the dog and that they're getting very similar to results as they see the trainer getting out of the dog. I have seen numerous times somebody pick up their dog from a trainer, go out, work the dog, hunt the dog, whatever the case may be, and get nowhere near the same results that the trainer was getting, which doesn't do the owner any good. If you can't get at least very similar results to what the trainer was getting, what's the point of getting the dog trained? So it's really important before the owner takes the dog home that they are very comfortable with handling the dog and know how to solve some problems as they come up through the training process as well. So I like to work with the owners until they're comfortable, and then I like to send the owners before they take their dog home out to one of our training ponds or our training fields and work with the dog without me standing there, make sure they're getting very similar results. And if they're not, to come back and we'll work through those so when the dog does go home that they're very comfortable with what the dog is doing and how to handle anything that may come up. Very important. I hope that answers some basic questions about what we're all about and about what our training program is about here at the kennel. And if you have any other questions or want some more information, I do a monthly newsletter usually that covers different training topics, some problem solving techniques as they come up that may interest you, and that newsletter is free. I also do a monthly podcast that covers some different training topics and problem solving issues, and that may be helpful as well, or just give you some more information about what we're all about here at the kennel. So I hope that answers some questions for you. And if you have any further questions, you can contact me at dennis@DennisHayreKennels.com, or you can give me a call. All my contact information you can get via the website. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.